Bessem, I will break your head today and explain to your father later. Who is that boy smiling at you? That was Mama Agabitus, standing at the gate, wrapper twisted, eyes red. Bessem had not even reached the gate. Mama, he's Mama Chair's son, my classmate. Lies. Mama, I swear, I know all of Mama Chair's sons, all of them. You are becoming something else, Bessem, something I don't recognize. She grabbed Bessem's wrist and pulled her through the gate. Inside, now. A neighbor watched from her veranda, shook her head slowly. That woman will choke that child. My friend, she was not wrong. But the danger coming for Bessem, it did not come from a smiling boy on the street. It came from inside that gate. This is Bamenda, a town of hills and whispers, and in a compound near Commercial Avenue, there lived a mother the whole neighborhood feared. Her name was Mama Agabitus, and her daughter, Bessem, 18 years old, beautiful like morning. But my friend, Bessem had no shadow of her own, because her mother's shadow swallowed it whole. Mama Agabitus was everywhere. When Bessem walked to school, Mama Agabitus walked 10 steps behind. When Bessem sat in class, Mama Agabitus sat at the gate. When Bessem spoke to a boy, even a classmate asking for a pen, Mama Agabitus appeared. Young man, what do you want with my daughter? Ma, I just need to borrow a biro. Borrow from your mother, not from my child. The boy ran. Bessem died inside every single day. The girls at school had a name for her, Bessem and her spirit. Because wherever Bessem went, Mama Agabitus' spirit was already there. One afternoon, a boy waved at Bessem from a passing taxi. Just a wave, nothing more. Mama Agabitus saw it. Bessem, I will break your head today and go to prison. Mama, he is just my classmate. Lies. I know all your classmates. My friend, she was not lying. Mama Agabitus knew every classmate. She knew every teacher. She knew even the rats that lived in Bessem's room. But Mama Agabitus had a reason that lived in her chest like a hot stone. 20 years ago, her sister, Auntie B, beautiful like Bessem, sweet like Bessem, she went to school one morning and came back not with good grades, but with pregnancy. And the boy? Nobody knew. Nobody saw. Auntie B's life ended that day. Not her breathing, no, but her future. School? Gone. Marriage? Gone. Respect? Gone. She became the cautionary tale, the warning whispered to every girl in the family. Don't end up like B. But my friend, that was not the only thing that ended. That same night, Mama Agabitus lost something else. There was something else, something darker, something the elders whispered but never said aloud. Before Auntie B got pregnant, Mama Agabitus had a thriving business. Goods from Douala, customers from across the northwest. Money was flowing. Life was good. But the night Auntie B's pregnancy was discovered, everything collapsed. Overnight, just like that. The business, the contracts, the money, gone. And the elders whispered, her wealth was tied to her sister's purity. Something was exchanged. Something was promised. But Mama Agabitus never confirmed it. She never denied it either. She just closed her eyes and made a vow over her newborn daughter. Not Bessem. Never Bessem. The methods became extreme. Bessem's phone, checked every night. Passwords, Mama Agabitus knew them all. Social media, blocked. Boys who tried to talk to Bessem, they received visitors, not from Mama Agabitus, from her brothers. Large men with quiet voices. Respect yourself. Respect our niece. One boy transferred schools. Another left Bamenda entirely. Bessem stopped trying. What was the point? Every conversation was watched. Every laugh was analyzed. Every glance was a potential crime. She became quiet. Too quiet. But Mama Agabitus was satisfied. Good. She is focused. She is safe. My friend, a bird in a cage is safe. But is it alive? One Tuesday, Bessem was in class, preparing for the GCE exam. She stood up. Something was wrong. Her face pale like chalk. Her fingers trembled. Then, the room tilted, and she collapsed. Right there, in front of everyone. The desk fell, her books scattered, her body hit the floor. Silence. Then screaming. Bamenda Regional Hospital. White walls. The smell of medicine and fear. Mama Agabitus ran through the corridors, her wrapper almost falling, her slippers left somewhere in the taxi. Where is my daughter? Where is Bessem? She found the room. Bessem on the bed. Eyes closed. Still breathing. Barely. The doctor turned to face her. Mama Agabitus. Yes, what happened? Is she sick? Did someone? Mama Agabitus. He caught her. Gently, but firmly. We are running some tests. Please wait outside. My friend, she did not wait outside. She stood right there in that corridor, arms folded, eyes on that door, like she could see through it. Like if she watched hard enough, everything would be fine. Then the door opened. The doctor stepped out. He looked at her for a moment, the way doctors look at you when the news is not small. Mama Agabitus, tell me. Please sit down. I said tell me. He took a breath. Your daughter is pregnant. The world stopped. Pregnant? Yes. 3 months. Mama Agabitus looked at the door, then at the doctor, then at the door again, as if she was waiting for someone to come out and say it was a mistake. Nobody came. She looked at Bessem through the small window on the door, unconscious, silent, and for the first time, she realized she did not know this child at all. Mama Agabitus fell to the floor, right there in the hospital, and the cry that came out of her, my friend, it was not a mother crying for her pregnant daughter. It was deeper than that, older than that. People in the street stopped walking. Who died? A woman asked. Nobody, someone said, just pregnancy. But the elders who heard that cry, they looked at each other and said nothing because they recognized that sound. It was not grief, it was guilt. The questions came later, behind locked doors. Who? Silence. I said who? Bessem looked at her hands. You know him, Mama. What do you mean I know him? Bessem looked up. Tears streaming, but something else in her eyes. Defiance. You followed me everywhere, Mama. Yes, but you never protected me. Mama Agabitus froze. The truth came slowly, like poison dripping. The man? Not from school, not from church, not from the street, from inside the house. Mr. Foku, the mathematics tutor, 40 years old, quiet, respectful, recommended by Mama Agabitus' own cousin. He came 3 times a week, while Mama Agabitus went to her shop, while she checked her investments, while she attended women's meetings. Trust him, the cousin said. He is family. Family. My friend, the wolf entered wearing sheep's clothing. And the shepherd? She locked the gate behind her. Then it began. Bessem started bleeding, uncontrollably. And those who remembered, those who were old enough, they said it was the same thing. The exact same thing that had happened to Auntie B, Mama Agabitus' sister, 20 years ago, after she got pregnant. The same bleeding, the same collapse, the same silence. Gossip spread through the compound, through the market, through the church. And the elders said, enough is enough. They came in the night, the village guardians, 12 of them. They pulled Mama Agabitus from her house. They gathered in the compound, under the mango tree, and they brought the liquid, dark, bitter, ancient. They poured it into a cup, and they placed it before Mama Agabitus. If you lie, the elders said, this will find you. If you speak truth, it will pass through you like water. Mama Agabitus stared at the cup, her hands shaking, the whole compound watching. And then she drank. There was silence. Then she opened her mouth, and the truth came out, like water breaking from a dam. I went to the river. I was desperate. The business was dying. My children were hungry. I went to the water spirit. I made a trade. Wealth in exchange for my daughter's shadow. She would never belong to herself. She would never walk in her own light. And I would prosper. The compound went cold. And your sister? The elder asked. Mama Agabitus closed her eyes. She was the first offering. I did not know what I was agreeing to. I swear, I did not know. But when I saw what happened to her, I knew. And I said nothing. I let her carry the shame so I could keep the wealth. Absolute silence. The kind that presses against your chest. The next morning, Mr. Foku came to the compound. He did not know they were waiting. He knocked at the gate. The gate opened, but it was not Mama Agabitus who opened it. My friend, I will not tell you everything that happened next. Some stories are not meant to be described, only understood. What I will tell you is this. Mr. Foku left Bamenda that day, walking, without shoes, without his degree certificates, without his phone. And the police received a report, and his name was given to them. Justice in Bamenda does not always wear a uniform, but it always arrives. Mama Agabitus lost everything. The business, the compound, the respect. The water spirit collects its debts, always.
and the wealth that was built on a shadow, it dissolved like salt in rain. But Bessem survived. The bleeding stopped. The elders performed the breaking ritual at the river. The oath was dissolved. And on the morning after, for the first time in 18 years, Bessem walked outside, alone. No footsteps behind her, no shadow swallowing hers. She looked down at the ground, and she saw it. Her own shadow, stretching long and clean in the morning sun.
My friend, Mama Agabitus did not start as a wicked woman. She started as a frightened one. And fear, when it is fed for long enough, becomes something else entirely. She thought control was protection. She thought watching was love. But she forgot one thing. The oath she made to the water spirit, she made it to steal her daughter's shadow. And the greatest irony, in trying to own Bessem's life, she handed it to the very danger she feared. The lesson, my friend, you cannot protect someone by swallowing their light. You can only teach them how to shine it. And you, sitting there watching, was Mama Agabitus a wicked mother? Or just a broken one who made one wrong turn and spent 20 years running from it? Subscribe and tell me what you think in the comments. Because in this story, there are no easy answers.